What's going on, YouTube family? Welcome to the channel. Today we are going to be talking about budget and expensive builds. Now, before I get into my opinion on AR-15s or any rifle in general, is no wrong way to go about it. Whether you're going to pay cheaply or expensive, they both will get the job done. Now, a lot of people that's out there who tries to talk about a budget friendly build being cheap and basically dogging you about it, but we're going to keep this 100% real. Just because someone has an expensive rifle doesn't mean it's going to save their life. The main thing is whether you got an expensive one or a budget one, it's you. You have to practice on shooting. Yes, the more expensive gun will last longer. The wear won't be as bad as a budget friendly one. So you may have to replace parts more often than an expensive one. But we're going to keep this real. How many people are going to drag their budget friendly build through the dirt? I mean, like, go out there one day and shoot 2,000 rounds. I don't see no one really doing that unless you have other options or unless you're doing it for YouTube to test it or whatever you want to call it. But technically, it will do the job. Now, the main thing is make sure the gun shoots and it doesn't jam. Me personally, I don't care if you got a budget or expensive one, as long as it's good enough to protect you, your friends, your family, even strangers. That's the only thing that matters to me, that it gets the job done. Now, if you have a rifle or any firearms, go to the range and practice shooting. Now, right now, my brother is cleaning the house, power washing the house, so you may hear something. So other than that, let's get into the video. So now this is my budget-friendly AR-15. One thing good about having a built AR-15 that I never realized, because I was one of them guys that wanted to buy the AR-15 completed. Now, I love Palmetto State Armory. So all of my rifles, AR-15s, if you want to say, is from Palmetto State Armory, basically. I love the company. They perform well. There's a lot of videos of them performing very well. So, with this build, it's a little mixed up. All right. So we got different companies into one gun. And the only reason why it's like that, because here in Delaware, we are not allowed to order complete build of an AR-15. We are not able to do that. It's illegal in Delaware. So in order to actually get an AR-15 in Delaware, you have to buy the strip lower. Then when you buy the strip lower, then you could buy the lower part kit. Then you could buy the upper or the other stuff. So when you do order these stuff, everything here comes to your house except the strip lower, which is this right here. This is the lower. So it's going to be strip and stuff like that. So that goes to your FFL. That's the only way you could get an AR-15 in Delaware. So Delaware is one of the states where you can't have a magazine release. I just don't know the name of it, but you need a tool to pop out the magazine instead of just pressing the magazine right there. Which I never understood that concept, because if you think about it, right? Here go my Glock 17. My Glock 17 is right here. So my Glock 17, you could just press this button and it released the mag. But they won't allow that for rifles. Don't understand that. Just weird. But I will only deal with budget-friendly rifles. And the reason why I'm only dealing with budget-friendly rifles is because I could get so much more for my money, right? So, for example, this AR-15 cost me a little over $500, maybe like $510 or something, $520, something like that. What you could do is get your base gun, which is this, and you could change out anything you need from any different company. So let's say if you want something from Daniel Defense, whether it's going to be a handguard or whether it's going to be some lower build kits, a buffer tube, you could do that. That's one thing great about these AR-15s. You could buy a $500 rifle and you could build it to a $3,000 rifle. Now, a lot of people may start off with a highly expensive rifle, let's say a $2,000 Daniel Defense rifle. And all they might do is change maybe some components, maybe add some accessories and stuff like that. But with this, you could buy the base for $500 and add things that you want. So for example, I'm only changing a handful of things. This is not going to be my home defense gun. This is going to be my like a secondary home defense gun, but basically this is a range. This is going to be a range gun. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to switch out this grip. I don't like that nudge that's coming out from the grip, and the reason why, because when I do hold it, let's look at it this way. If I do hold it, it just don't feel good in the hands. It feel like my hands are too small. So usually what I do is I grip it all the way up like this, and it actually starts to hurt my finger because it's pressing down. And yes, this gun is clear. Let me just show you right now. Take the safety off. All right, so I don't need to, no, in fact, let me do it. I'm trying to do this with one hand. As you can see, point safe direction, and there you go. So I'm definitely going to change that out. That's going to be the first thing that I change. I'm also going to buy a new stock. The stock that I want will be a Magpul stock, which I'm going to show you in a second. I'm going to get a heavier buffer tube, and I want a binary trigger in this gun because I just want to go to the range and have fun with a binary trigger. Also, I'm going to get an ambi charging handle, only because sometimes when I try to pull it like this, it kind of hurt my finger. So maybe if I get an ambi, it might be a little better. Maybe at some point get a better BCG, maybe. Also, I'm going to get the angle grip. I'm going to get a barrel shroud, pop-up sights. I will get the Vatatu laser combo, which I'm going to show you in a second. I will be getting a red dot to go with this, and the sling and things like that. But for a budget build, as I said, this cost me somewhere around $520, something like that. So I bought everything in parts. So basically how this worked was I bought the upper from Palmetto State Armory because Palmetto State Armory would not ship me the strip lowers. Even though it's legal in Delaware to ship strip lowers to Delaware, Palmetto State would not send it. So I had to deal with the Anderson one. So I bought 3 of these for $100. So that's pretty good. The components for the lower build kit is also an Anderson as well. The buffer tube would be an Arrow Precision, and I think that's about it. So anything else, let's say magazines and stuff like that, gonna be Magpul. So let's say if you got the same setup that I got, $520, right? So if you go on Palmetto State Armory, I think they still got the deal going on where you could get a Vortex Strike Fire 2. And if you live in a state that allows you to have 30-round magazines, you get 10 PMags, 30-round magazines for $200. So that's a good deal. So if you think about it, if you add $200 to this already $520, that's $720 right there. I mean, it's going to be more because I live in Delaware and there's no taxes in Delaware. So my stuff will always be cheaper than y'all's because I don't pay taxes. And most stuff that I order from Palmetto State Armory, I don't pay shipping, but sometimes I do. So remind you, my numbers will be different, but roughly around, let's say $750, right? You have the complete build, the complete rifle with 10 magazines and whatnot. Now, when I got this upper from Palmetto State Armory, it did come with the pop-up sight, so I just took it off and put it on my other gun. So as I said, let's say 750. Next thing you want to do is get some ammo. Now, there's a lot of variety of ammo out there, so you pick and choose what ammo you want. So I can't give you a price yet. So let's say you get $100 worth of ammunition, right? So that's 700 and let's say 700 and I'm sorry, not $850. Let's say you want to get the sling and the foregrips and things like that. That could go up to $900. But then when you talk about the lights and stuff like that, that could go up to over $1,000. Now, anything I think, in my opinion, $1,000 or more, I don't think that's budget friendly. But if you just want the bare minimum, just the rifle, and you have to get some magazines with it. Let's say if you did get the pop-up sights, you have to get the magazines. So let's say if you want to get 2 magazines for the time being. The magazines usually cost like $13 or something like that. For basically $550, you got a base AR-15, and you can work on everything after. Now, what I did was I bought the base gun, and I'm buying the accessories later. As long as I got the base gun, I'm cool. I got magazines, I got ammo, and stuff like this. So if I want to put ammo into the magazine, I can. It will shoot, but even though I don't have no sights. Now, yes, I could buy sights. I could get sights. But I'm trying to get the firearms first. So I will be getting my 300 Blackout soon and my ARP. Now, I would have got it this week, but I bought something new, and I'll tell y'all about that on another video. But now we are done with this build. So this build, as I said, $520 as is, and you want to add on any attachments, that's extra price. But this is a budget-friendly build, and after I finish with this build, it would probably be over $1,000. Just saying. Now, the next one we're going to talk about, this will be my hunting gun. Now, this one is nearly completed, but it's not completed just yet. Let me take the magazine out. So this is my 20-inch. This is a Palmetto State Armory 20-inch barrel. It does have, I believe, 18-inch handguard. It does have Palmetto State Armory lower bill kit. As you can see, it does have the Magpul hand grip, and this is the grip I want on all of my rifles. It's very comfortable, and I feel the purchase is really good. And it does have the beaver tail as well, and it does have the stock that I want on all of my rifles. Now, the plans for this gun, I will get the heavier buffer tube. Maybe a strong maybe, Geisley trigger. Strong maybe. I will begin a Romeo and Juliet combo, which is going to be the red dot and the magnifier. That's a magnifier. Magnifier. So I will be getting that. Now, other than that, I think that's about it. I will get the barrel shroud. If y'all don't know what that is, it looks something like a suppressor that goes over your barrel and it goes into the rail. It just looks a little cleaner. Other than that, I think that's about it. Now, a couple people asked me on my shorts, why do I have 2 lights? Now, as you can see, I have 2 lights. And now, if anybody see somebody with 2 lights on a rifle, of course they're going to think it's dumb. Of course it is. But I want to tell y'all why I have 2 rifles. Two lights. So pretty much, I did my research and I decided I wanted Streamlight ProTac 2. And I was also looking at lasers, and I came across a video with this company for tattoo. Now, I wanted the green laser Because watching a video, they said the green laser is better than the red laser, better than the blue laser, because they do offer a blue and a red laser. So I wanted a green one. I believe the green one when I saw it on Amazon was for $45. But then I saw that they had a combo. So now this combo was only $60. So for $15 more, why not get the combo? I mean, it is a little longer than the light. I mean the laser. So why not get it? It's only $15 more. So this is the laser. Let me show y'all. Oh, that's not even a laser. Let me show you in a second. Okay, that's the laser. It's very bright. I tested this outside when I first got it. It does reach some distance. It does reach. But as you can see, this thing has 1600 lumens. And look how bright that is. It's during the daytime. Look how bright that is. 1600 lumens. I'm not sure what the Cadella is, but even outside, it did its job. So if you think about it, if I have a light with a laser combo, that's pretty cool. Now with the stream light, let me show y'all what the stream light look like over the Vitatu. Ready? Look at that. See the difference? So if I want to run, let's say, the Vitatu, and then I want to easily go to a strobe feature, that's definitely going to blind them to have both of them. Definitely, 100%. Definitely going to blind them. But as I said, that's the only reason why I got two lights. Just because it was only $15 more, why not get it? Now, just in case if I am outside at nighttime and I'm using my light too much and my light does die, I still have a backup. And as I said, this is very good for its price point. I paid I believe $160 for the stream light and only paid $60 for this. So this is $100 more. It is better, but look how small and sleek this is. So imagine if I didn't have the stream light. Look at that. And it's not thick at all. Look at that. And it does have a rechargeable battery on the inside, which is a magnet. So you put it right here and you could zero it and things like that. But that's why I'm running two lights. Now for this build alone is kind of expensive. So let me pull out my calculator real quick. Now I don't know if you want to call this a budget friendly, but anyway, for the Palmetto State Armory upper, this upper alone was $550. And the reason why I said that, because this upper alone costs more than the entire build of my 16-inch. So the one I just showed y'all, which is this one, this is 16 inches. And I paid a total of $520. So that says a lot. Now, people out there may say, oh, well, $550 is not a lot. It's only a lot because just the rail alone costs more than my completed, well, not completed, but just the basic of the AR-15. So I believe I paid $27 for that light. I paid $20 for the mount. I think it was $15 for the swivel, $35 for hold on, let me show y'all. This is the swivel right here. This is the mount, and this is the Magpul MS1 sling. When you buy this 20-inch upper, it did not come with the BCG. So I believe that was $50. I believe it was $50. Then if you add the $16 for the charger handle, and then if you add for the strip lower, the strip lower was, how much was the strip? Let's say $50 plus $50. Then I bought the lower part kit, which was $100. So it came with the grip, the stock, and all the components. So that was exactly $100. So far, we are at $863. What else I need? Okay, so now we got to talk about the light. The light was 160, and the tattoo was 60, and the red dot was 130. Now this is with no magazine. So the base price of what you're looking at right now is $1,213. That's it. So as I said, the only thing I want to change on this is maybe I get a Geisley trigger, heavier buffer tube. The barrel shroud is like $50, so I will be ordering that sometime in September. I think that's about it. I will be getting a Romeo and Juliet. So let's say if I take off the 130, I could get that Romeo and Juliet combo for $250. So that'll give the total base price of $1,333, $1,333. Now, if you talk about having some type of magazines, so that price could just jump up to maybe $1,400 to $1,500, depending on how many magazines you're going to get. Now, other than that, I think that's about it. This, by all means, I don't think it'll be considered a budget because it's more than right now. When I get the light and some magazines I have magazines, but when I buy some more magazines, yes, this would be like a $1,400 to $1,500 gun. So that is pretty high. But if you think about it, you could go get a Daniel Defense for $1,700 to $2,000, whatever the case might be. Then if you add on accessories, it's still gonna be over $2,000. Over $2,000. So this is not a budget. This is right here is not a budget AR-15, but I still love it. My 300 Blackout is going to be somewhat of a budget because I think the standard, the one I'm getting from PSA, they want $480 for the 16-inch. It comes with the M-Bus pop-up sights. It comes with the stock, the grip, the components, the lower build kit. But once again, once it comes with these stuff, I will have to switch out this grip. I will have to switch out this stock. So a lot of stuff is going to change on it. But other than that, I don't want to keep y'all, watching the video. But that's all I'm talking about, budget friendly. Now, once again, it's only going to be a budget friendly if you don't add too much expensive stuff on it. But just to get the regular stuff going, yeah, at the end of it, you may spend about $700, $800, maybe $900 if you want all these attachments and stuff to it. I think the sling is a great option to have. I think a red dot is a must. I wasn't a fan of having lights, but now I like lights. You don't need an angle grip or a foregrip, but I got one because it just feels much better in the hands. But other than that, just let me know what y'all think. Support the channel, subscribe, like, and drop a comment. Peace. One love, y'all.